The world of Italian football is reeling, and none other than former Juventus and Napoli executive Luciano Moggi is laying it all bare. Moggi is launching a scathing attack, declaring Italy's football system broken at the core and demanding top officials like Gabriele Gravina step aside immediately. He even backs Napoli president Aurelio De Laurentiis in his calls for a drastic overhaul. What's behind this explosive criticism? And the drama doesn't stop there. We're tracking a massive transfer battle brewing between giants Inter and Juventus. The prize? Young Bosnian talent Tarik Muharemovic. Inter sees him as the perfect heir to a key defender, but Juventus holds a powerful trump card that could swing the deal their way. Who will land this rising star? But wait, there's more to unpack in the Italian football landscape. We're diving deep into the intricate details of how Inter is eyeing Sassuolo's Tarik Muharemovic as a potential replacement for Alessandro Bastoni, especially with Barcelona circling. This move could reshape Serie A defenses. And we're not done yet. Luciano Moggi's fiery remarks about the state of Italian football, linking it to the Calciopoli scandal and urging for a complete revolution, are sending shockwaves. Will his bold demands for change be heard? Stay tuned as we break it all down and bring you the latest updates. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
Looking for a fast-charging, ultra-responsive stylus for your iPad? Meet the 2X Fast Charge Active Stylus Pen, designed for 2018 to 2025 Apple iPads. Take your creativity and productivity to the next level. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Luciano Moggi delivers brutal verdict on Italian football. In the wake of Italy's third consecutive World Cup elimination, legendary former Juventus and Napoli executive Luciano Moggi has unleashed a torrent of criticism, painting a grim picture of the nation's footballing health. He boldly states that Italy is broken at the core and calls for the immediate resignation of FIGC President Gabriele Gravina, arguing that the national team's failures are a direct reflection of a fundamentally flawed system. Moggi even throws his support behind Napoli President Aurelio De Laurentiis' demands for a radical restructuring of Serie A, lamenting the current state where teams like Bosnia are no longer considered easy opponents. Recalling the glory days of the 2006 World Cup triumph, Moggi laments that Italian football has been in decline ever since, particularly after the Calciopoli scandal. He believes a complete cleanout is necessary, urging Sports Minister Andrea Abodi to intervene and force a genuine revolution, suggesting the federation is incapable of reforming itself. The former executive's strong words highlight a deep-seated frustration and a belief that radical change is the only path forward for Italian football. Fans and pundits are already buzzing about Moggi's explosive comments, with many agreeing that significant structural issues plague the sport in Italy. The debate rages on whether Gravina will heed the calls for his resignation, and if political intervention will indeed be the catalyst for much-needed reform. But is this the end of the drama, or just the beginning? We're about to uncover how a transfer saga involving two Italian giants is heating up. Inter and Juventus in fierce battle for rising star Tarik Muharemovic. As Inter Milan grapples with intense interest from Barcelona for defender Alessandro Bastoni, their sights have turned to Sassuolo's highly rated Bosnia international, Tarik Muharemovic. Reports suggest Inter views Muharemovic as a stylistic mirror of Bastoni, making him the prime candidate to fill the potential void at left-sided center-back. His technical profile and tactical strengths are seen as an ideal fit for the Nerazzurri system. However, securing Muharemovic's signature will be a significant challenge. Inter is acutely aware that competition for the player could skyrocket, especially if he continues to impress on the international stage leading up to and during the World Cup. Adding another layer of complexity, Juventus holds a substantial advantage. The Bianconeri possess a 50% sell-on clause from Muharemovic's previous transfer, which allows them to acquire him for half the market price. This financial leverage puts Juventus in a commanding position to outbid Inter and potentially snatch the player from under their noses. The Italian football community is abuzz with this developing transfer story, with fans debating who will ultimately win the race for Muharemovic. Analysts are also weighing in on the strategic implications for both Inter and Juventus, depending on the outcome. But before we see who wins this transfer tug-of-war, we're revisiting explosive comments from a legendary executive about the state of Italian football. Inter targets Muharemovic as Bastoni replacement amid Barcelona interest. Inter Milan is actively identifying potential successors for Alessandro Bastoni, who is reportedly attracting significant attention from Barcelona. The Nerazzurri have zeroed in on Sassuolo's Tarik Muharemovic as their primary target to fill the crucial left-sided centre-back role. According to La Gazzetta dello Sport, the Bosnia international is considered a stylistic replica of Bastoni, possessing similar technical abilities and tactical acumen, making him the perfect candidate to seamlessly integrate into Inter's defense. Securing Muharemovic, however, presents considerable hurdles for Inter. The club recognizes that the transfer market could become highly competitive for the player, particularly following the World Cup, should his impressive performances continue. Adding to Inter's woes, Juventus looms as a major obstacle. The Bianconeri not only have a strong interest in Muharemovic, but also retain a 50% sell-on clause from his prior move. This clause grants Juventus the power to sign Muharemovic at half the prevailing market rate, giving them a significant financial edge over Inter in the pursuit of the talented Sassuolo defender. This developing transfer situation is generating considerable discussion among football fans and analysts, with many speculating on the ripple effects for Serie A defenses and the transfer market at large. Will this transfer battle have implications for the national team? We're heading back to a fiery critique of Italian football's foundations. Moggi slams Italian football, calls for Gravina's resignation. Former Juventus and Napoli executive Luciano Moggi has delivered a blistering indictment of Italian football's current state, labeling it broken at the core, following the Azzurri's third successive World Cup exit. Moggi, speaking on Radio Tutto Napoli, has issued a stark ultimatum. FIGC President Gabriele Gravina must step aside, and Sports Minister Andrea Abodi should intervene to orchestrate a genuine structural overhaul. He directly links the current crisis to the lingering effects of the 2006 Calciopoli scandal, asserting that Italian football has been in a state of decline since its last major triumph. Moggi minced no words regarding Gravina's leadership, stating, "The national team is a mirror of the system. If we have been eliminated 3 times, it means something is fundamentally broken at the base. The fish rots from the head, and therefore Gabriele Gravina should step aside. He has been neither lucky nor up to the task. His proposed solution is radical. We need to start from zero, a total cleanout. Minister Abodi should intervene seriously. Enough talk. What is needed is a real revolution." This call for political intervention underscores a widespread belief that the Italian Football Federation, FIGC, is incapable of self-reform. Furthermore, Moggi voiced his support for Napoli President Aurelio De Laurentiis's proposals for Serie A restructuring, emphasizing the urgent need for a complete overhaul. De Laurentiis is right. A general overhaul is needed because things cannot continue like this, he declared, highlighting the diminished standing of Italian football by noting, "Today we have reached the point of being afraid of teams like Bosnia. That says everything." These strong statements have ignited widespread debate across Italy, with fans and experts weighing the severity of the crisis and the feasibility of Moggi's proposed drastic measures. We've heard some explosive opinions, but what's next on the agenda? Get ready for a recap of all the top stories. And that's a wrap on today's explosive news. We heard Luciano Moggi's scathing critique of Italian football, demanding change from the top. We've seen Inter and Juventus locked in a fierce battle for the promising Tarik Muharemovic, with a key transfer saga unfolding. Don't miss a moment of the action, like this video. Subscribe to our channel for more breaking news, and hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and give us a follow on all our social media platforms.